What's going on, guys? Oh. Oh my god, bro, why is life so lame? Thank you. Morning, Pat. I was feeding the dogs. Oh no, Nikki, no! It's a short one, so it's not gonna be very long. But yeah, we just watched it. Damn, Nikki, I thought you were here. That's the whole reason I did it. I waited. I had it up there waiting this whole time. Okay, I don't think I need that. This young lady is amazing, bro. Okay, we could flip it there. Good morning, Nikki. Right. I need to move this back. This back. And whoops. Voila. Bro. I'm sitting in a rainbow of destruction. How does the transition look over here?
One way or another, it's gonna make its presence known. From one monkey to another, you can't lose what you don't own.
Oh my god, bro, why is life... Maybe we should... What's the plan for today? Well, I don't know, Nikki. I don't really have a plan today. I'm thinking about moving away from politics, but I need something to fill my time in between music reacts. I don't know what to play. How long does that... Oh my god, bro, why is life so lame? I vote shenanigans. Alright, so we can now save this. And then which video is this? The Lucy Ellis one? Alright, so now we can delete this. File, render as... What was I made for? Didn't take very long. Render. And we already have this one over here done. Shenanigans is always fantastic. Is it going to be in documents? Got the Asman video already uploaded. We can do that. This should be Romaine. We can do this. That's already uploaded. KS1. Right, Jesus was uploaded. One I do not know. Was. Alright. Alright, so we need to upload this one. KS1. So what's going on, you beautiful people? What's on your guys' mind today? How do we want to dump into news so we can all slowly lose our sanity one day at a time? I don't know. Something cool happened to me. What was that, dude? Did you get someone to swipe right on Tinder now that you put women as an option? I'm sorry. My perverted mind is perverted. He's Us. The song was not bad, but the message of the song. Oh. Reuse. Paste. What coolness? Yeah, dude, you can't leave us on the edge of our seats, Nikki. Come on now. Come on. Why you be doing this to us? This is not acceptable. Never won anything, but on Google Play Store I do the perks. Yeah? What'd you get, girl? What'd you get? I have an oddity show on Saturday that I'm going to. Fuck yeah, dude. That's the more of the shit we need. We need people just going out and doing good things, having fun. I will get pics. Hell yeah. What the fuck, Nikki? Hell yeah, that's gangster, girl. That's gangster. I'm happy for you, girl. That's awesome. Get that shit. Wait, I know that face. What's going on, brother? I don't have to pay shipping, right? That's fucking wild, bro. That never happens. Hell yeah, Nikki. Get your shit. Get your shit, girl. Get your shit, girl. Ooh. I'm getting pretty good at eyeing these things up without having to stretch the photo these days. You know, a smart man would just learn the actual amount that I need to crop, but I am not a smart man. What's going on? Wigan Keegan coming from down under. Let's see. Alright, well, did we save that though? I don't know if I just saved that. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. They're smart. No, dude. No. That's news. Exactly, dude. Well, there are no smart men there. Oh, I did do it twice. Look at that. I'm just a dipshit. Sorry. Like Jesus Christ. I didn't want to say anything until I actually had it, and it came from Facts this morning. I'm stupid, giddy. Hell yeah, dude. And the Pixel's a really good phone, eh? That's the one with the super camera, right? Oh my god, Nikki, now it's time to start your OnlyFans. I will support you. What is it, like $5? I can throw $5. I can't really, but I'll do it. Let's jumpstart your career. Feet pics. Oh, I guess we should do rap. Hip hop. Hell yeah, bro. And then what did he say? It's called hip hop, apparently by putting a space. One's a religion. I guess. And I didn't upload the thumbnail because I'm a fucking moron. Man, turn on ads, manage ad slots. Cool. We'll insert one at the end, one at the beginning, turn off automatics because who wants to have 5 fucking ads in a video? That's just disgusting when I see it. I don't like it to be done to me, brother. Mr. Sandman, won't you send me a song? Hey, there he goes. That's one down. And this one's almost done. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Yo. Alright, I guess we can get into some of this shit, bro. We saw this video yesterday, and I wanted to watch it. Mainly because it's making fun of Tom MacDonald and Dax, who both of those guys can suck the bottom of my balls. Because Tom MacDonald used to let people react to his music until he started saying mean things about his terrible hooks. I will openly say that Tom MacDonald has one of his songs is one of my favorite songs of all times. It's in my top 5. Maybe one of these days I should do a song stuck in my head about it. This way people can know that I'm not just a pure hater for Tom MacDonald. I think that he has some pretty good verses, you know. I just think his hooks are fucking terrible, bro. And because of that, this motherfucker turned around and said, "Nah, dog, you can't react to my shit." Because the rap community was mean to him. He did like a 180 on people reacting to his content. And then now he just copyright strikes videos and shit, and he's proud about it. Mr. Free Speech, you know what I mean? But hey, that's his choice with his music. If he wants to do that, by all means, bro. But anyway, let's see what this young man has to say. I have no idea who the fuck this guy is. Mr. Liam Donovan. He's got a cool last name. Donovan was a cool character in Darkstalkers, so, you know. But he looks like a dork. But, you know, so I look like a morbidly obese redneck, so here we go. You know, stereotypes.
Anyone heard of Tom MacDonald, man? This guy posts some fucking heat, I gotta tell you. So, okay, there's this fucking rapper who's called Tom MacDonald, right? And he's a Canadian rapper. He's
my pedestal, my choice, exactly, dude.
Canadian rapper who has decided to make his whole identity and personality online to be like a MAGA rapper, basically. He didn't start off as this way. Actually, like, given the sight of him, you wouldn't expect it. But he decided in his career that he saw a lot of positive numbers, positive success from him posting basically a bunch of Trump dick-sucking videos.
Well, hold on. You're not being incredibly accurate here. I mean, if we're going to talk about Tom MacDonald, we should do it without bullshit. Tom MacDonald released a lot of music early on in his career that was about lifting people up, but it gained no traction. It wasn't until he made a stand against the people that were attacking white people that he gained some traction. Primarily a bunch of people that were trying to cancel him for talking about white issues. The song White Boy, though it is controversial, to this day I think is still a really good track. So he wasn't just appealing to MAGA people. He was appealing to the moderates. He was appealing to those in the center and those that have been dejected by our society that had suffered through cancel culture or for the last 12 years of the culture war, which I have been, and I have been participating in from day one all the way back to Atheism Plus. This culture war has been going on for a very long time. And he had a genuine song about a genuine emotions, about like such stuff that like he saw people going through. And the crux of the song was not black people bad, white people good, is that we shouldn't judge people by the color of their skin and that people should be people. And then we shouldn't teach people to be ashamed of their ancestry, which are all things that fall in line with the age-old quote that Martin Luther King used to say all the time, you know what I mean, before the motherfucker got his ass blasted. Judge me by the content of my character, not the color of my skin. Or I was about his kids or whatever, but that's the important factor here. So what you're saying now is what Tom MacDonald eventually became, but that's not how he got started. And his initial rise wasn't to be a MAGA dick suck. It was because he was talking about real issues that real people were going through due to cancel culture and the overprotectiveness and the overcorrection of the left. The radical left was in power. The radical left did a lot of dumb shit, and Tom MacDonald used to speak truth to that power. As his audience grew more and more MAGA and became more ingratiated into that culture, of course, he followed his audience.
MAGA and essentially music videos, there's really nothing else you can call it. They kind of just speak for itself too. Take a look at this. Daddy's Home.
We won, you mad, it's done, too bad, boo-hoo,
it's just like so shameless too, because he's like the most obvious grifter in the world. There's this guy called Dax too. If you
I wouldn't necessarily call them grifters. They probably believe in their particular side because they've been pushed in that direction from the far reaches of the other side.
know Dax. These people, they just see, like, there's such a huge business because these MAGA people don't give a fuck. They just listen to this and they think it's epic and awesome. Dax is the GOAT, best janitor turned rapper.
To be fair, there was not a lot of money in being MAGA. It wasn't until the culture shifted that money became important. Like, for a long time, making a stand for the things they were standing for cost them money. It cost them negative publicity. It cost them animosity with the rest of the music industry. It wasn't until in 2020, after the bullet flew, and we saw that the culture completely had shifted. But, you know, let's completely rewrite history here so we can paint people in terrible lights. Like, we can just be honest about the things that they're doing incorrectly. We don't have to, like, go extra, you know what I mean? Like, this is why people start getting... This is how people fall down the over-pendulum switch, or the overcorrection on one side.
Dude, I know the lore about Dax. Man, that's gonna be for another day. That one Joker song he has. 19% of cyberbullying victims attempt suicide.
I'm sick, but I think you know that already. You call me evil, but how would you know it unless you live it already?
Dax is totally cringe, but so is, like, they can be cringe. That doesn't mean they're grifters. They just like cringe shit.
Song is responding to hate comments. He got cyberbullied and he made a video like rapping about it. This guy is...
Are you not aware of what music is? Have you not heard any of Eminem's albums? Like, his last 4 albums were complaining about how rich and powerful he was and how people weren't putting him on lists and shit. This is what artists do. When an artist gets big enough, their problems are no longer about the economic status that they're suffering through and about the immediate things that are happening in their day-to-day. That's why musicians usually fall off the bigger they get. Okay, gloating from the pedestal turn people... Exactly, dude. Like, bro, come on. Like, it's so hard. See how I turn my criticism? like, it's so crazy because, like, I've been arguing against the left or the far left for most of my adult life, if not my entire adult life. But I still advocate for left-leaning principles and ideas such as liberalism. But I can go break bread with a Christian. I can go break bread with a Republican. I can break bread with a Nazi. I'm going to give them pushback on their ideas, and I'm not going to, like, you know, completely fold to them under any circumstance. But that doesn't mean, like, you can't... One, you always have to take into consideration that your life isn't as good as you think it is. Like, you know what I mean? This is why I'm so hard on myself all the time. If I remind myself of my constant faults, when I see someone else that's in a similar situation, I won't go, I'm better than them. Because I'm not, dude. I'm not. And neither are you. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, at the end of the day, you're reacting to people making music. Well, at least they're out there making music. There's infinite more respect for someone putting artistic value on something, even if you think that thing is cringe. I have more respect for a musician or an artist performing and doing something, even if I don't like what they're saying, than I do the dipshit opinion of a dipshit reactor. Jesus Christ.
His own back history. I mean, like, if you see his biggest songs too, it's just like, Dear God, Dear Alcohol. And he, like, cosplays as an addict, and it works on these people. Because you get, like, these 40-year-old dads coming in the replies in the comment section being like, you know, this really helped me a lot. You know, I lost my kid to my wife back in 93. This is deep.
Because some of those people have been going under years of mistreatment by the system. Yeah. Dads can lose their kids and it can have a negative impact on them as a person. Like, we find out that we don't have the same reproductive rights as women. And obviously, because we can't, we're not the ones that give birth to women. But, like, there is a massive landslide how the courts treat men. There's nothing wrong with speaking out about that in a way that says, hey, this is not cool. Like, even feminists can argue that. Like, a better environment for men creates a better environment for women. We don't have to take one from the other. Like, God damn it, bro. I can't take the left seriously, dude. I just can't do it.
deep and something that almost everyone can relate to on some level. Thank you for sharing something so personal. Dude, check out Tom MacDonald's song with Ben Shapiro. I have that pulled up. Okay, you guys use this as a bad example when this is actually the best work that he's ever done, though.
They call me offensive, controversial. It's only two genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. And I'm racist, yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who...
There's actually truth in the things that he's saying right there. If we're going to paint one people in a broad brush, maybe we should paint all people in a broad brush. Maybe we should stop telling white people that they should be ashamed of their whiteness and that they need to apologize to the world. Like we saw for so long during like the early 2020s and from 2014 to 2016, where women would tell men that they can't have an opinion on abortion. That was all over the media. That was all over like CNN. That was all over, you know, internet forums and BuzzFeed articles and all this other shit. We saw that white people couldn't talk about any issues that involve black people. We were told we need to shut the fuck up and not have opinions. Like, and then like all of a sudden these people start voting against your interest. I wonder why. Is it probably because a majority of Americans are still white? Is it probably because a majority of the voting bloc and the electorate are white? Like if we're cutting out people from the equation, those people are going to vote against you. It's just the way that it works. Because most people don't have principles. Most people are mad about the last person that bullied them on Twitter. But at the end of the day, like, if you alienate yourself from your allies, then you're going to lose everything. That's why we see the trans right movement right now completely suffering in some of the worst ways possible. Where, dude, Trump has called atheism a terrorist organization now. That's crazy. All because a bunch of soy-ass little super lefties got their panties in a bunch for 10 years, pushing with people that were in the center to the right. Like, a Republican won the fucking first popular vote in like 60 years. Why is that? Maybe because we went through years of cancel culture and shit? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. I don't even like Tom MacDonald. Why are you making me defend this asshole, bro?
Don't get it, go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic.
Is he wrong? Here's the thing though, okay. You're listening to this, of course it sounds like complete shit. Ben Shapiro actually is featured on this song, and he washes Tom MacDonald. Ben Shapiro is actually fucking epic here.
Like pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive, but you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow.
It's just like...
I mean, that's not true either. If people... You don't have to, like, enforce patriotism to our citizens. If people want to fly a BLM flag, they can do that. It's called freedom. If people want to fly a, you know, LGBT flag, they can do that. It's called freedom. Some people are unhappy with America. The problem is, the biggest problem with the left, other than it's a capitulation to those of the far left, and has done so for fucking years, they just stood by and was quiet while these people said the most unhinged shit on the planet, such as like women can take back consent after they've done something, or the fact that if you don't date a trans person, you're then a transphobe, like, or if you don't date a black woman, you're racist. You just heard this kind of shit all the time, from numerous news articles left and right, from like BuzzFeed to MTV Decoded. Like, it was just all over the fucking place, and it was disgusting, and no one liked it. But like, brother, there's no hope, dude.
They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow.
It's just like trans BLM Republican rap. Like, this is like, it is like Tommy Secor.
Yeah, a majority of Americans agree with it, dipshit. That's the problem. Like, brother, what the fuck? The crap fuels the far right. GG guys, close to the center. Exactly, dude.
Verified fan, yo. I was put here to upset you.
Like, they sold merch off this. Like, it worked. Look at this. Facts don't care about your feelings, and it's like a dare play, I think, or something.
Yes, because people resonate with the messaging. Because people got too tired of the excesses of the far left. I don't... Like, why did this guy become as popular as he did? Why does this message resonate with people? Why is there a market for it? Why don't we look at the underlying issue that has been happening from Gamergate Atheism Plus to SJWs to the culture war to the woke ideology. Like, all of these things have happened for years. And just because a lot of people weren't tuned into them doesn't mean it wasn't real. People were losing their jobs for like Facebook posts. I remember Elevator Gate, where a feminist went to a TED Talk or some shit, told a story about some stuff. She talked for 2 hours. We need to slow down the pendulum and get closer to the centrum. The silent majority. Exactly, dude. But I remember this woman gave a speech about sexism, right? At a TED Talk type event. And then a man came in afterwards. They both got on the elevator. He was like, I really liked what you had to say. I would love it if we go out and get a cup of coffee and we can discuss this more. And then she didn't say anything. She said, no, thank you, or whatever, and then left. And then she went home, made a blog, had a panic attack, and then accused the man of being a rapist because he asked her on a date, while agreeing with literally everything she said. The man lost his job, by the way. Just by the way. So, like, these things happened. This shit's real. A lot of people like to bury themselves in a little bubble and say it's all just on insane right-wing guys that did it. No, sorry. I've been arguing with these motherfuckers for a long goddamn time. There's a reason why I left the left for like fucking 10 years. I was politically aimless, arguing with the far right and the far left. And I'm fucking taking my party back, dude. They need to get the fuck out of the way.
And I assume they made merch out of this, and it just made millions. Dude. We're owning the libs. We are owning the fucking libs with this one. Who's your daddy? Tom McDonald and, is that Kamala or Hillary Clinton?
Roseanne Barr, dipshit.
It's a Hillary Clinton reference in 2025. Pain over gain, freedom. It's so crazy. Like, he's made this his whole identity because that's what makes money. Daddy's home, White House.
Why does it make money?
Daddy's home. Is this fucking... Daddy's home, woke liberals crying rainbow fucking tears. Yeah, $45 for a Daddy's home White House shirt, dude. Okay, memes aside though. Jokes aside. Ben comes in and he's actually awesome. He washes Tom so hard on his own song. Actually listen to what he's saying.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graph.
Dude, my money's like Lizzo. My pockets are fat. Jesus. These are epic Jewish fucking bars, dude. Homie, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Come on, man. You can't hate on this. You gotta give this respect.
Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents.
Dude, it's actually so cool. There's such a juxtaposition from Ben Shapiro coming on and just owning. My comment section all woke Karens. That's cool. That's actually cool, man. Ben is literally the same guy who said rap music isn't real and collabs with Tom McDonald of all people. All right, man, come on. You got.
Wasn't there a Shapiro WAP edit? I don't know, man. Well, I know that he read it, so like, my wet ass pussy. Like, well, actually, it's Ben Shapiro, so you gotta like, my wet ass pussy. I can't even do it, bro. I'm going to be driving while running errands for my mom, but I'm listening. Yeah, girl, do your thing, do your thing.
You're thinking about it too deep. If you think about it too deep, you're gonna find something you don't want. Just take it at surface. It's awesome. Ben Shapiro's showing up Tom McDonald on his own song. He's saying his whole comment section is woke Karens. That is awesome.
And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1.
This ain't rap, this ain't money.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, this is just like a song completely to ride on the coattails of Ben Shapiro's audience to be like, this is good rap. You know, all these Republicans think it's all black rap, all gangster hood rap. Well, let me show you how to do it good. Let me show you some real shit. There's one specifically. This one's just a mess, dude. There's like this woman who comes on.
They try to cancel me and say that I'm a racist. Got a mean hook, they can't get me with that jam.
Okay, never mind. This is awesome. Every collab this guy has on, they just wash him out of the water. Dude, I ain't getting the jab. That's so funny. That's Roseanne Barr. Am I supposed to know who that is?
This round is going bad. With the facts, 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 facts.
Whoa, whoa, wait, whoa.
Listen up, cause it's gonna
Ooh! I don't know why I'm watching this video. This is not as good as I thought it was gonna be.
going bad. With the facts, 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 facts. Why they try
What the fuck? Wait, dude. What just happened?
facts, 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 facts. Why
Actually, I think it started with facts, but then they changed it to Another instance of Tom MacDonald getting washed in his own song.
why they try to turn
Jesus.
Becky into Dan?
Just watching the same dude.
They're trying to turn Becky into Dan? They're shooting the gay people now.
I'm Roseanne.
We won, you mad, it's done, too bad, ooh, so sad.
And then Tom comes in with this just cancer. I actually haven't seen this one. I want to see the dude, you missed. Wait, I knew. This is what I mean. This is just unironic, not even using it in a dumb way. Grifting MAGA rap. This is this whole genre. The events that took place yesterday are a horrifying example of political extremism in America. It's just shameless. It's shameless. It's like another opportunity to get an epic track with millions of views. During a rally, shots were fired in an attempt on Donald Trump's life. They missed.
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to you're racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want people.
It's just transgender BLM rap, man.
They got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot.
The right don't riots, January 6th. Okay, this is the problem. This is the problem with reacting to people like this, because it makes me look like one of the woke Karens that Ben Shapiro was talking about, and it's very sad. It's very sad. But these people are just so cringe on the other side. It like brings it out of you. You know what I mean? This is actually good.
Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight?
God, dude, his hooks are so fucking terrible. I don't understand why Tom MacDonald can't write a hook to save his life. Like, you just outsource that to your girlfriend, bro. Holy fuck. Stop trying to do it yourself. It's so awful every fucking time. I think I just subbed this guy.
Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed.
Thought he was Canadian. Lol, can you vote here? No. No, he's a Canadian rapper. Thomas MacDonald, born September 21st, 1988, is a Canadian rapper. 1988. Pushing 40. He's fucking Canadian. Yes. He's a Canadian rapper. He's
Bro, whoa. The personal attack, bitch. Born in 89. Like,
known for his right-wing lyrics and fan base. His music has been characterized as MAGA rap, a Trumpist subgenre of political hip-hop. Yeah. Does he have a blackface song?
Since when did everybody identify as they, them? Cut off all their penises and
Dude, it's just 5 seconds in, man. Cut off cocks, transgender people. I mean, this is the problem. Because it's a cringe talking point, and it usually comes from very obnoxious people that are like, dude, the right people are just obsessed with cocks. You guys are just obsessed with transgender people. You're just obsessed with what's in their pants. People like Tom MacDonald genuinely are, though. Like, these are the people that genuinely fit that stereotype and that description.
born in Canada, move to the USA, where you're probably racist if you're not gay. All of my blacks.
Dude, it's just...
If you got a weenie and or the genie, they, them, he, she. Everybody needs me. All of my straight.
Dude, I'm good on that one. And these get, like, realistically, a crazy amount of views for what they are. He has a collab with Dax. Dude, black and whites, man. This guy's actually Uncle fucking Ruckus.
Yes, segregated, but I'm still in the mix. I've been with Timer before he got canceled for speaking the truth
What?
of the world and exposing it for what it actually is. I see race as an issue, I'm running it back to the government to tell them this is a democratic, liberated, conservative, patriarchy dipped in action, affirmative hit song. Bet they still cut me a check, state that
I'm still like sunlight from that first line. I'm still I'm segregated, but what? I'm segregated, but I'm still in the mix. Eminem Rap God has caused irreparable damage to the hip hop community. Very true. This is true. This is just true.
I promise I'm not abiding by rule that you set for me. I'm not that mad at the past. I mean, it was only a couple of centuries. Well, actually, I'm
What? Dude, it's so fucking crazy. I didn't even know this was here.
Actually, I'm pissed, but won't let that be my identity. So on behalf of all blacks, I forgive and don't want to be enemies. Just like you're sorry and talk to me nice. This is
100%, Keegan. 100%, homie. And the worst part is the liberals always fall for it. Bro, you know how easy it is not to give a fuck about Tom McDonald? When he's just a troll? Like, but people are in all these articles, and Tom McDonald is a has-been fuck. But the right eats it up because it's got the message they like, and then the left eats it up because it's like so they can just say how unhinged the right is.
comedic. If you get offended, that's a reflection of your own life and how you failed to live it right. So it's not black versus white, it's wrong versus right. Cause color is just a result of these multiple factors that we didn't choose. I mean, mom, dad, race, religion, things were...
You know what's the craziest thing about Dax too, though? Because I actually have known Dax, funny enough, since 2017. I've known Dax for a while. He like puts on this voice and then puts on these fucking slave bars. Because I guess he wanted to reach a higher upper echelon of fame. But he like used to be way better than this. Like he's always been corny, but he just like plays into it now because I guess it gives him success.
Born into generational curses that get undone once we undo moves. See life from a different view beyond our own skewed, manipulated by the news. Crude, shrewd things they use to confuse the masses. Put us in...
This fucking sucks, man. Oh yeah, and you know what? Dude, guess where Dax is from? Dax is professionally known by his stage name. Dax is a Nigerian-Canadian rapper and singer-songwriter.
My God, dude, Canada has actually secretly been invading America for years. The Romy Millennial's Canadian, and she like literally got charged with like supporting what was it, Tenet Media, working for the Russians. Like she was like the one that was actually found like in trouble with the. I wonder why she came back on Twitter. Is it because did Donald Trump pardon her or something? Because he's also hip with Russia.
Canadian psyop? Yeah, actually true. It pays. It fucking pays. Unironically, it pays. Like you can be completely like dog shit and you can get millions of dollars if you sacrifice any pride and just create like complete shit. 3 the Target rapper. That guy's just a fucking like local legend though. They target kids. I believe that's the mayor of Magaville.
They put a target on my back, but they targeting your kids. They don't even need to ask, 'cause you on the way.
This is just a classic.
That's why I keep a strap, and I'm always by my bed.
This is just real music, man. You're gonna get in the fucking Bud Lights.
This agenda gotta stop.
Was this before the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing, or what's even the meme there?
You know we gonna win when they target, yeah they targeting. Target, yeah they target kids. Target, yeah they targeting. Target.
Is this why Target has stopped selling Pride stuff? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it was this video.
Target, yeah they target. You know that Target's that wrong. Trying to play with the kids.
Dude, it's just like this fucking guy in the kids section talking about targeting kids. It's like from a outside looking in, moms who are like taking their fucking children to Target, they're just hearing these fucking dipshits play their fucking song out of their like iPhone.
My boy has to cover up his use of the R word too with the word dipshits. See you. We are kindred spirits, even though I was mean to you in the beginning of this video.
To record it for their music video, and they just hear targeting kids. It's just like, okay, dude, stay away. Please stay away from that scary man. They're talking about targeting kids, just getting like the weirdest side eye in the world.
Especially because he's like a 35-year-old man dressed in all USA apparel, standing in the kids section of a Target, singing about targeting. This guy looks as much of a pedophile as you could possibly be.
Mayor of Magaville, I'm preaching again.
I'll go watch his
LGBTQ to win.
They're getting tampons.
You know they cutting these kids, they leaving trannies with scars. Why they pushing agenda, promoting sexual genders? I'm only rocking with Bruce, don't rock with no Caitlyn Jenner.
What the fuck is this?
Gonna get you paid, yeah, we gon' see. It's Mar-a-Lago 2024, we trumping, baby. They put a target on my back, but they targeting your kids. They don't even need to ask, 'cause you...
It's actually just awesome. It's actually just awesome there. Like, was this guy even known? Or are these just like complete nobodies? And this like blew up as a song. So, and piggies will eat up the slop.
I don't know. I watched that video. Oh. Okay, League of Legends orchestral theme. An hour old. That's cool. They're using more Eastern style wind instruments and instrumentation because this story is taking place in Ionia this year. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. Dude, I love Worlds. Yes! Can't wait for an Asian to make everyone else look inept. Those Asians, man, bro, they're so good. I don't understand how they get so good. Always fires on all cylinders, bro. It's a bummer that no one actually ever gets into the orchestral side of the World's music. They always just do the big music video. But World's always goes hard, bro. Always goes hard, bro. It's crazy how this song has existed for, what, 13 years, but it changes just enough every year to make it feel fresh and new. Did Faker even make it to Worlds this year? I don't think he did. Did Faker actually retire? I got a choir in there now? God damn! Bro, they always make it feel heroic, man. This makes me want to play ranked. Like, let me get the gold again, bro, for the love of God. An absolute God tier theme. I cannot wait for the chaos of Worlds. Ah, I love it. That sounds like the perfect place to end it. What's this? Okay. 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 I see worlds. So, like, the real bet is, does it come from South Korea or China this year? That's who's, we got to decide who's going to win. Ah, that's crazy. All right. Well, that video is done. Can we start rendering another video? Boop, 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 boo, doo, doo, doo. This one should be even shorter. Oh, shit. All right. Damn, Nikki, I thought you were here. That's the whole reason I did it. I waited. I had it up there waiting this whole time. All right, how long is rent? All right, we'll just... Whoops, didn't mean to play it back so far. All right, how long is rent? All right, we'll finish off with this. We'll see what Jesse's got to say.
I want you to hold. Oh, yeah, brother. I want you to hold on until I can get to the challenge at the end of this video. But first, hi there. I'm Jesse from No Hope, and I'm one of the reactors working with Wave of Change to raise money to help fight Lyme disease.
All right. I did not participate in a lot of Jesse's early rise because I was in the process of moving from one country to another. But I will happily participate, Jesse, sir. You got one fat liberal fucking redneck down. Though, also, let me still talk to my little missus when she gets home. Okay, seems like a good place to cut, crop, and move. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Can we add a little fade to this?
Lose what you don't own.
All right, how long is rent? All right, we'll finish off with this. We'll see what Jesse's got to say. All right, and then how does it end too abruptly? Ah! Hello, Toad. Okay, a little fadey fade here. Yeah. And then, for those that don't know, at the beginning of every video I do, I'm going to have a little teaser for the video, a big video I'm working on that's going to be a video essay. The liberal redneck Trace Crowder. Trey Crowder. So, like, once I have this video done, this will be taken out of all my videos and a new song will be put here, and then the ending theme here will always be the song that I'm working on, because I plan on doing a handful of really big videos every year that are going to take me months to make, That's the goal, to make a big video essay, to return to the old age of YouTube, where back in the day, everything was eventually a video essay. You know, I'm going to try to write out a script and make it pretty and perfectly relay the information that's trapped inside my head to the best of my abilities, or that's the goal at least. How successful I am will be up to you guys. And when the first one is done, I'm going to go to Uncle Ray's channel. I'm going to pay him $20 to watch my video because I got the idea from him. Just redoing a reaction to a song I already like just doesn't feel genuine, and it doesn't feel right. Even if I call it a reaction, it just feels like lazy content. So if I'm gonna react to something in a way or rewatch a thing that I really love a lot, I should probably spend the time to make that thing something special. At least that's to my own matter of opinion. It doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it true. Hey, baby, baby. Oh yeah, that's the one. On YouTube, because the guy's pretty popular. I'm able to multiply because now we're back to stupid. Look, I have a recording of the video. It's still going, so it's just gonna take down the stream, and the stream will be over, so it won't matter. But just in case this takes my ass down, oh yeah, there we go. We can this. Oh. What up, Kia? Do 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 do. I forgot we did a Youngtown song. Whoops. Bro, that shit just reminds me of home, bro. I love that shit, bro. That's such a gangster track. Gangster! Rah! Alright. I should now be able to move this over. Move this over. Save. Alright, now we can delete. No, we need to delete these. And then render wave of change. Alright. Wavy of changey. Just name it wavy, I don't give a shit, and delete the file after I upload it. Bam! There we go. Hassan is actually fucking terrified. Right. Let's just go do some dumb boy things. Oh, still student survivors. A new fucking update? How fucking booty, dude. Then I guess while we're doing this, we can, let's see here. Whoa. Alright, and then while we're doing this, I guess we can close this, we can close this, we can close this, and we can close this. Whoa, did I just try to close my video that's rendering? Don't save that, thank you. That was close. I almost fucked that all up. Alright, if I remember correctly, you should be able to get out a pop-out player. Right? And then that should be able to play. No, we can't watch fucking Daily Wire. That'll get copy. I'm not. Lifelong Republican slams MAGA hypocrisy. Oh no. Oh, here we go. Hassan is running.
As I said already, I'm not going to TwitchCon.
Hell yeah, dude. Alright, so if we...
Not because I'm worried about my own safety, but I'm literally not going to TwitchCon because I'm worried about the safety of others. I don't want to put them in the fucking crosshairs.
Like, nobody cares about you. Has there ever?
I can't wait to hear where that's going. Alright, maybe there's a way that I can do this to where it still shows up on the screen. How about we add a new source? We're gonna go to video capture. No. Screen capture. Screen capture. We're gonna add a new source. While gaming. Ha-ha! Source. Not screen one. This one. There we go. And we can just minimize this right here. Cool. And then boom. Shit. Oh, well, that's not gonna work. Guess for some reason can't do that. So do I have to do this way? Alright, cool. You just gotta be smarter than I guess not. It's just what the fuck, man. Oh wait, hold on. I have idea. Move it over here. There we go.
Ever been like a right-wing violent thing that's happened to him while streaming or while out at some event?
I've been shot at an ICE protest, man.
You personally? Like the cops were shooting at you? And you mean like just rubber bullets into a crowd? Or like they shot like live ammo? Like, God, he's such a cringe LARPer and he virtue signals so f***ing hard. Oh my God, you're not a victim, bro. You're a spoiled white kid from an insanely wealthy f***ing family.
True!
Wasn't this dude's dad a rich stockbroker and he claimed to have come from poor and dirt? Bro, this guy's family was loaded.
I can't believe Hassan gets to do this shit, just LARP all the time, dude. It's so crazy to me. I don't even remember what the fuck I was doing in this game, bro.
What brings you to my forge?
What brings you to my forge? Oh, can we make this? We can make this.
Here, keep it sharp and don't cut yourself. What a fine weapon. Don't bring it back broken.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, you old bitch? Alright, whatever.
I didn't go through all the streams, I'm lazy, but somebody sent me his mom's like blog from when she was younger. And his mom like traveled the world. It's like she was gonna be like a fashion model or some shit. And had multiple houses like all over the world. It's just like his family was like insanely loaded. It was crazy. I don't know if they were like, it wouldn't be royalty. I have no idea.
Find that courage within you now, because we do have the number.
His dad was VP at the biggest company in Turkey. Yeah, but I don't think it was just his dad. I think his mom comes from like an extremely wealthy background as well. I think his whole family is like insanely wealthy. I don't know what her age was in this one. It wasn't always an easy and smooth ride. I had some pitfalls of my own, making along the way. I left for my summer vacation in Bodrum, determined to make new connections, and disappointment started to intrude on my otherwise joyous existence because I hadn't been able to meet all of our nearby neighbors. Demands of our own large household didn't leave much time to seek more company, but the hope of making new connections had metamorphosed into something else I didn't recognize at the time. The day before they were to leave for Istanbul, my mother-in-law's helper, Boston, asked me for one of my paintings. Mother-in-law's helper? That means like servant or maid? Or I think this is translated from, is it Turkish? That's a language, right? I wonder what the original Turkish is on this, because I think this person's sending me a Google translated article.
Is this the game?
My mother-in-law's helper, Boston.
You playing gets expensive? No, this one is dirt cheap, and they keep adding stuff for free. This is Soulstones. League of Legends gets expensive.
Asked me for one of my paintings. I stayed up half the night before they left to finish one of our view. The feeling I saw on her face when I gave it to her was priceless. She left with a promise to have a handmade collar, especially embroidered for me in Turkmenistan. This little exchange between two women who were basically strangers before they shared experiences, food, and laughter for 1 month under the same roof can be considered a way of connecting. Why did he say he had to buy that house in West Hollywood for his parents? Why did he say that? For my family? I feel like I've heard him say that multiple times. Wait, were these recipes? Entrees, fallen woman's kebab. My grandmother Olker's recipe, Dusmus Kadeen Kebabi.
Oh, wait, I'm so
The first time I
confused,
visited my parents' hometown, Kilis, a small border city in southeastern Anatolia, I was about 9 or 10 years old. My maternal grandparents still kept a house there at the time, and it was one of the most incredible places I'd ever seen. You entered into an open courtyard that had the kitchen and several small rooms bordering it, and a door to a small backyard, and then there were stairs on the side wall that took you up to the family's living quarters. I felt like I was in a fairy tale house. It was so different than the cement blocks that we called home back in Istanbul.
What the fuck, man? How rich was Hassan before he got here? It's so crazy how he talks about eating the rich, but like, the motherfucker's been rich his whole life. That's crazy.
That trip was the first time I tasted this kebab. Yeah, but anyway, his whole family is like insanely loaded, I guess. Or they all live like fairy tale lives. For years, whenever... Oh, she was already married here. For years, whenever my husband and I traveled anywhere, we used to have some major disagreements about the way we wanted to enjoy our vacation. I wanted to see as much as possible of whatever history and art the city had to offer, while he just wanted to find out about the nice restaurants and maybe take a scenic look at the city, try to get a feel for it, and that's it. My problem was I wanted to share all I saw with him. I wanted to get his opinion on what I saw and let it be a part of our combined experience. I used to plead and try to entice him into doing what I wanted until we ended up fighting. After a while, I realized he might not be interested in seeing all the museums of all the European cities we have traveled to, and he might just want to enjoy the city in his own way. Well, this is when she was living in New Jersey in 2006. I wasn't always a housewife. I had a promising career in fashion, retailing, until I had kids. Believe it or not, from the time I was a little girl, and none of my dreams for the future was there a house that I was cleaning or a family that I was picking up after. Most of my life, I felt like a visitor passing through without belonging to any place in particular. I would be forever getting ready for the next trip. When I was a teenager, growing up in the States, I used to think that if we owned a summer house in Turkey, I would have a place and friends to call my own and feel a sense of normalcy somehow. While most of my friends were...
Jesus Christ, multiple homes, fashion, his dad worked for like... What the... Dude, I swear to God, dude, I feel like Hassan and the Young Turks... Bro, they have to be like government psyops, dude, to like turn people Republican. I think that's what they've been doing for years. There's a reason why their talking points and their argumentation sound so fucking similar.
Envious of my life of jet setting across the Atlantic back and forth. I always envied their simple summer plans of going away to the same place to be with the same family doing the same things. Even having a family didn't make a difference in my life. Now I was moving the whole family back and forth. These were the thoughts I always had to compete with as I agonized over our summer plans every single year. We never were able to create the stable atmosphere I had been longing for.
Do you understand most people just work through the summer? Like, Jesus Christ, what are these first world problems? This is crazy.
Maybe due to the fact that we now live in New Jersey, we were finally able to realize this lifelong dream of mine and get a house in Bodrum this summer. Ironically, now it's the boys who want to make plans of staying put and living like a normal teenager, while we are dragging them here for their own good. I feel we have finally succeeded in creating the perfect atmosphere this summer of sharing good times with loved ones in one of the most beautiful parts of Turkey, a summer to remember and to repeat. We feel at home and a part of a community that we are already making plans to return to next year. This is due in part to some simple rituals we have established as a part of our life here. We go into Turgatrius every Saturday to have lunch. Monty, which is Turkish ravioli, especially prepared for us. Ali, the proprietor/chef, asks us early on in the week the only question of how many people will be this Saturday. So far, we have been there every week as a family with slight variations within the group. Nice. Jesus. Anyway, sorry. God damn. His mom lived like... I wonder what his dad's growing up was like. He doesn't have a blog or anything.
That's just crazy to me, dude. The biggest socialist/communist in our country is just a rich Nepo baby that was given everything that he has. That's so crazy. That's mind-boggling. The dude is literally Trump, but in reverse. He's blue Trump. He's blue MAGA, dude. That's so crazy to me. And then he gets to pretend and like come out and pretend like he's talking about the working class or those that are struggling under like economic hardships, but he doesn't know anything about them whatsoever. Like, thanks for speaking up about our problems, bro. But like, why don't you stuck like another fucking $1 million fucking car in your ass? What the fuck are you doing, dude? And then he still lets his subscribers donate, bro. These people that are working honest 9 to 5s with like sometimes like around minimum wage. Like, what the fuck?
Aw, she includes like cute pictures of the family. Aw, look, you can see a little Hassan here. Very cute. Is his dad's name Dorgan? Dorgan? Or Dogan? Dogan Uygur is an engineer, entrepreneur, and writer. Born and raised in southern Turkey, he attended college in Istanbul before moving to the U.S. for graduate school in 1961. He started and ran businesses both in Turkey and America, including International Makina Sanayi, a company that was at the forefront of Turkish machine manufacturing during the 70s. After escaping political upheaval in Turkey in 1978, he returned to the U.S., where he worked in commercial real estate. For nearly 30 years. Today he lives in Freehold, New Jersey with his wife, Nuket. Nuket? Why does any of this matter? I just hate people who larp as poor people. It drives me crazy. And for some reason, Hassan acts like he didn't have one of the most insanely privileged upbringings, like, of all time. Like, his family is like royalty. This guy lived like one of the most, like, not even like upper class, but like royalty class. Like, this guy has like Turkish family that's like traveling and studying like all over the world and shit, in multiple homes in multiple places. And like, not even like his family's rich because his dad got lucky in business or made well in business, but like both his parents come from insanely rich backgrounds too. Just curious, why would anyone want to LARP as a poor person? What exactly is the incentive? I don't know. People like to victimize themselves because when you get a little bit more credit, you get more patience, you get more credit for like the accomplishments you have. I don't know. Something like that. I hate I hate being seen as a victim is cringe. I don't know. But different people, different strokes for different cocks.
The past year and a half, or for the past 2 years.
Different strokes for different cocks. Oh, fuck. By the way, guys, it's official. Kia is no longer just my manager in name only. I have given her managerial rights to the entire channel. So y'all better behave or Kia's coming for you.
Years, this kind of stuff was basically fair game. Like my former podcast co-host was doing memes like this, you know what I mean? Like, and I think 2 years ago, if someone was saying something like,
was Ethan talking about deporting Hassan back to Turkey a lot? Was that a thing Ethan was saying?
Like this on Reddit, they'd be promoting it, and it goes to show you even Reddit, which is like neoliberalism, State Department Central, they have also gone woke. They're woke. They're woke on the issue.
I feel like neoliberals are like the most hated people on Reddit. It's like 70% lefty cringe slop, and then it's like 28% like neo-Nazi shit, and then there's like 2% neoliberal, which is like the r/neoliberal subreddit, and then the r/Destiny subreddit.
Issue of Palestine, they're woke on this stuff. Sending us on the new.
Jesus Christ, dude! I don't know how Hassan gets away with it, dude. The guy just acts like the biggest fucking baby on earth. Like, it's so crazy. It's so cringe that this guy can come around and talk about the revolution, talk about how we need to start fighting power with power, talk about how violence is a necessity. And then he does it from the comfort of his like $3 million home while asking his viewers to be violent so it doesn't actually come back on him. It's so fucking wild, dude.
New Jersey is a punishment in and of itself. Turkey, I can understand. New Jersey is where I draw the line. I don't know, man. You're the one-piece left-wing pipeline. Oh, that's the other thing. There's mad, like, there's so much. This has been. Listen.
I don't have the software installed for my soundboard yet.
Many weeks have been weeks of vindication, okay? But this week in particular has been a major week of vindication. And it's really interesting because I didn't do none of this, right? I just kind of do my own thing. I keep my head down.
This guy cries and schemes behind the scenes.
What is he talking about? Yeah, dude, this guy has literally been caught sending messages to like live stream fails, begging for them to take stuff down, crying to moderators when content's mad about him. This guy's rolled over on all of his friends when they give him any pushback or criticism for the statements he makes. While he comes out and says some of the most unhinged statements around the planet. Like, and then on top of all of these things, he literally platformed a Houthi terrorist that was talking about how they were kidnapping people with zero pushback with the person that he was talking to. He's already actively said that he supports cool, your screen chat is faster. Yeah, I did that like a week 4 days ago. like this guy, and then on top of that, he couldn't even hold together a podcast with someone who's already actively calling the Gaza situation a genocide. Like, he agrees with him, and it's still not good enough to capitulate to Hassan Piker. Like, there's almost no disagreement between Ethan and Hassan when it comes to Israel-Palestine. There was none.
Seems so hard. I just keep my head down. Oh my God.
Right? I just kind of do my own thing. I keep my head down. I keep pushing. I keep promoting the causes that I believe. I keep advocating. And you know, people keep moving. Partigiano. Turkey's in a pain to protect the flotilla. Erdogan probably watched your stream yesterday. Yeah, he listens to me, dude.
It's so fucking cringe because, one, he's never sang this song before, and then two, like, I feel reasonably confident. I'm gonna say like 75% that the guy that killed Charlie Kirk was not politically radicalized. It's just nothing has come out at all about this. I feel like we're never gonna hear about him again. Well, I guess once Charles if you will. So the fact that Hassan is like trying to claim this is like to write this as a far left shooter violence because it is like cooler for him. God, it's so cringe. Oh my God, he's such a cringe loser. Destiny, why is Dan retard? The harder he gets Trump admin to go after Hassan, the more he looks like a martyr. Pepe W. What? Martyrdom is bullshit. I don't think that's real.
I'm the moderator for Kamala Harris's book tour. Hassan, shut up. Quit smirking over there.
I'm not.
An asshole.
I'm not.
Do you see that?
Are you jealous? Is he jealous?
No,
oh, I'm so jealous.
Green with
I'm
envy.
the moderator of her LA show, and listen, I'm excited about it.
Hassan has never supported the Democratic nominee after Bernie Sanders was forced out. Hassan has been a double agent for MAGA for so long that it's insane.
When you live in a deeply, deeply red state, you're more tolerant of centrist Democrats, even though I've become way, way, way further left.
Yeah.
But you're more tolerant because you know that.
Well, we've been at those dinner parties where you just gotta kind of stick to your guns, but in a way that no one's gonna put their drink down.
Yeah. So I am.
By stick to your guns, do they mean talking about Israel-Palestine? Is that what we're... I don't know. Okay.
Getting closer.
He's doing exactly what I said he was going to do. He's going to tell you that, and by the way, this is a wrong statement that he's going to deliver.
Why does Auk, when he uploads these clips, why do these clips always suck? The audio is always fucked. I don't think Hassan's stream normally sounds like this.
Wrong statement that he's going to deliver. But don't you think things would be better for trans people right now if Kamala Harris, after making concessions about transphobia and leaning into anti-trans narratives, if she had won, don't you...
Leaning into anti-trans...
When did fucking Kamala Harris run into anti-trans narratives? What the fuck? Okay.
Narratives?
You think things would be better for trans people as opposed to right now? The reason why this is wrong is twofold. Number one, at that point, all you've done is, once again, concede to the right-wing framing on trans people presenting some outsized harm to the American population. It's not only incorrect, but it's a harmful narrative, and you've leaned into it. And in that process of leaning into it, you have normalized it. You have legitimized the claims of your opponent. Number two, your opponent, in the aftermath of that recognition, will just turn around and say, see, these pro-trans losers even recognize I'm right. Vote for me. I will deal with the trans people with the integrity necessary.
What the fuck? Why are you so bad at talking, but you're also like the largest political... I mean, you used to be the largest. Asmongold puts your ass in the dirt, but You're like the second largest, maybe third largest political commentator now. And like this is the best you got? Like that was a Trump sentence. You're fucking are you 65 yet, you old bitch? Why are you so incapable of like making a statement from beginning to end and concisely articulating your opinion without having to go like like what the fuck is wrong with you? You do this every day for a job. Do you have a speech impediment that developed after you sucked all the dick in fucking West Hollywood after you got tired of going to like, what is it? He was going to Amsterdam and fucking underage girls. Is that do we want to bring all the slop content into it like he does? I still don't understand, but like I'm pretty sure all those groups are on the right and they have hate everyone, including Jewish people. Why are the upper requirements all for Israel? I don't get it. Well, the boomers, both on the right and the left, are for Israel. Boomers defend Israel because boomers remember a time before October 7th. Most of the younger constituents on both sides are against Israel. And the further you go down the political spectrum, the further ends of that spectrum, like if you want to go far right, they're against Israel. Far left is against Israel. There's a reason why, believe it or not, Hassan only ranked number 2 as the number 1 anti-Semite in America because he lost to Candace Owens, who took first place, who was a Republican fucking MAGA conspiracy super shill. So I mean, like right now, there's a rise of neo-Nazis like Sam Hyde, Nick Fuentes, the Groyper movement that all think that like, you know, Israel controls every aspect of our life. They control all of our politicians through AIPAC and all this other shit or whatever the fuck it's called. It's crazy. Like you cannot distinguish Hassan from Tucker Carlson when they talk about Israel-Palestine. You literally cannot distinguish Hassan from Myron Gaines when he talks about Israel-Palestine. No matter what, he will never give any grace to Israel, but he will always attack them. Hassan is one of the few people that defends the actions of Hamas, and he refuses to condemn them. Like, just outright. He won't say anything Hamas done is bad. The rapes that happened on October 7th were not true. A majority of the people that died on October 7th were done by Israeli counterintelligence. This guy is a fucking asshole that does nothing but damage the pro-Palestine movement. Full send.
Okay? So not only do you look hypocritical, but you end up losing for that reason. Because you can never defeat the Republicans on hate mongering. You just can't. Okay? The second part of
why this guy doesn't give a about any of these social issues. If you're a trans person and you take any like direction from Hassan, you're actually such a loser. You're like one of the boutique transies who have like the facial feminization surgery and the $50 million body mods and everything. You're so far removed from any actual like trans stuff. You're basically like a showpiece for tankies or whatever. It's actually so fucking cringe. I can't imagine like a real life human being ever looking to this guy for social issues. This is like exclusively if you want to do like the tanky class shit. It's so cringe when he LARPs on social issues after like we've seen clips of him saying literally like the social issues are just memes. These are just things that people dangle in front of you to distract you. Ugh. Oh my God. I know that people are maybe not as connected to Twitch culture anymore, but just this is a tale as old as time. Streamers in the past didn't like to go to TwitchCon because if you could stay home and stream while the other streamers are at TwitchCon, then you get to eat up all their viewers, okay? One of the biggest, most triggering moments in the history of all of Twitch streaming, oh my God, the amount of ass pain.
He says cringe a lot? Yeah, he does, dude. Destiny is pretty hip with the word cringe. Yeah, he does, bro. Hell yeah, brother. He also says retard a lot, and there's another word he uses a lot too. I can't remember. Facts or no, wait, truth. I don't remember. It'll happen in the video, I guarantee it.
Okay, reverberated to the streaming world so much. I think this was like 2018, 19, 2017 was when you were at TwitchCon and Twitch announced Twitch Prime subs, and everybody who was at TwitchCon was like, wait, what? And then the people who stayed home started getting hundreds or thousands of Twitch Prime subs. And you're like, no, they only have one of these to give. Oh my God. Every streamer that went to TwitchCon was so ass paid. They were so mad about it. Oh my God.
I missed the social.
But anyway, yeah, when Valkyrie and Pokemon say like, oh, we don't want to go, we're worried about our safety or whatever, I don't think there are legitimate concerns of safety. It's TwitchCon. There is so much security here. They wand you and they check bags and everything going in. I've never heard of like a crazy thing happening at a TwitchCon. Some people will say, oh, what about that one time people were stealing stuff or somebody got assaulted or whatever? These are like at after parties and shit, which you don't have to go to. Or like at other venues, not at the actual like TwitchCon venue itself.
I missed the social Hassan era. There is unfortunately an obvious setback there because of, one, all the political incidents that have taken place, and two, how those political incidents have had some pretty significant consequences in how much I can go out in the real world and socialize with other people. As I said already, I'm not going to TwitchCon, not because I'm worried about my own safety, but I'm literally not going to TwitchCon because I'm worried about the safety of others. I don't want to put them in the...
Shut the fuck up, dude. You refused to go to Israel-Palestine because you said the IDF was going to kill you. You're such a fucking pussy. Like, Destiny, 3 or 4 days after Charlie Kirk got shot, went to a live event in front of people that were yelling a bunch of terrible shit at him, and they said they were going to come there and kill him with massive amount of death threats. Destiny showed the fuck up. Say what you will, Steven Crowder showed up to reboot his, prove me wrong thing that Charlie Kirk was doing. Like, these people are actually showing up on the ground level. Milo will go to these events while people are shouting in his face. I don't like Milo or Steven Crowder, but they show the fuck up. And that means something when one of the richest, like, this guy works out religiously. This guy's supposed to be able to bench 400 pounds. How are you, like, such a total pussy? What's the use of all those muscles and all that money if you're not going to use it in any fucking tangible way? What the fuck, man? This guy just wants to sit in his little kingdom that he's single-handedly created, his little fucking echo chamber, and he wants to stay there and never venture out to any fucking, debates. He won't ever fucking bring on someone to have a conversation with him. And if he does, it's someone who he can only pull clout from. He never brings up smaller artists. He always hides behind shit. He's he's the antithesis of like what we need right now in political discourse. This man's brain is so fucking rotted. Dude, Willie Mack, a drama slop YouTuber, out-debated Hassan, whose entire job is political commentary. That should never happen. Ethan Klein made this guy look like a fucking dunce, and Ethan Klein is an edgy dipshit boy that just makes weed jokes and rape jokes on the internet. Why are you so woefully inadequate at talking about fucking anything with any pushback?
Crosshairs if some psycho freak decides like, I'm gonna go there. I'm very publicly not going to TwitchCon for that.
It's like he's so cringe. Like, nobody cares about you. Has there ever been like a right-wing violent thing that's happened to him while streaming or while out at some event? I don't think it's ever happened ever. And he's in these huge crowds of people. Like, I don't know where he's getting this idea that nobody on the right wing cares about you. Nobody's going after you. Nobody gives a... Like, all you do is shit on Dems all day long. No one cares about you, bro.
That reason. So, do with that information what you will.
Him trying to present this as like, I'm saving other people. Oh my God, dude. Just say that you don't want to go because you want to stay home and stream, and that's it. That's fine. Just do that. Whatever you think of Hassan, all it takes is one mentally ill person to do something. It's 100% a justified concern. So is Hassan not going to be doing any public events ever? If Mamdani or AOC or Bernie wants to do another public interview, Hassan's going to dodge that? Of course not. Like, it's so cringe. Also, these people that are doing these weird, like, Marvel fantasies, let's say he goes and innocent bystanders get hurt or killed on an assassination attempt on him. The same people hating on his decision not to go would berate him for egotistically putting others at risk. What? Who has ever said anything like this ever? I can't believe this guy went to a public area and got shot at and now he got other people hurt. No one is, like, they're inventing. This is like the conservative MO right here, is like inventing things to be mad at and then, or inventing straw man arguments and then getting mad at the straw man arguments. What are you talking about? Also, yeah, go off with this like revolutionary rhetoric and all the whole like. How are you putting out videos? How are you doing these cringe fashion shoots?
I'm here to talk to you today about music, art, fashion, one of the greatest problems that our generations are facing. The biggest scourge that affects our society. Against all of the cultural and social progress we've seen is the battle against intellectual thought. Are you guys comfortable with that? This is a war against critical thinking, a battle against intellectualism. This is a war against rational behavior. And we're not even aware of it. And that's terrifying. Whew. What kind of an example are we setting? The problem with America is that because of...
The problem with America is people like you. There we go. I solved it. Like, who the fuck does this person think he gets to be? Oh my god, that was the invent things all the time is the worst thing about it. Well, you know, one thing's worse.
Cultural imperialism, we are literally teaching the rest of the world how to think, what to wear.
Yes, we are teaching the rest of the world how to think. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. We want democracy to be spread to every country so that eventually we can join in a holy unity of an entire world. Yes, yes. What's so wrong with spreading democracy around the world again? I'm confused. Are you advocating for democracy not to exist and we can go back to the ages of kings and, you know, all the things you complain about still exist without imperialism or democracy? But what are we talking about? Okay.
The Kardashians are lying to you. Culture
You're lying to them, you fucking ape!
Used to be the backbone of the resistance. All it seeks to do is sedate the masses. Culture now seeks to appeal to our primal urges, our base needs. We're now in the age of mediocrity. You can bring it.
Yeah, so culture. All the culture things that we're supposed to advocate for, such as gay rights, women's rights, the culture war itself. Like, bro, those are all just distractions so that they can continue to control us. So then why do you advocate for, like, a side on the culture war if it's all just bullshit to you? Like, why? How are you not capable of seeing, like, what? There's no self-awareness in this man's empty fucking himbo brain. People like Hassan because Hassan is hot. That's it. They don't, like, he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
About the positive change you want to see in this world, because the revolution will not be televised. Only you can bring about the revolution by taking it to the streets. Keep resisting. Billy Joel is going to be upset if we don't talk about fashion. You know what I mean?
Like, these are our revolutionary leaders, dog. Like, I can't go to TwitchCon. Like, in that case, you could never go anywhere public ever again. If you don't trust a convention with tons of security, where everybody's being wanded and metal detected going in and out of the door, or you're going to have security on site, like, you will never be at a more secure event unless you are literally custom booking your own security at events. Like, does Hassan even have security with him when he goes out and does his shoots? I don't even know if he does. I don't know. I just think it's cringe. He should have at least one guy with him. Makes sense in this political climate. Oh my god. He almost died at a routine airport interview. MAGA doesn't need to assassinate him. If they get too close in a red hat, he might just keel over. True. I think it also would have been fine. I still would have made fun of him for it, but less so. If he would have just said, like, I don't feel like going to TwitchCon. I feel like it's kind of, like, spicy right now. It's like, okay, fine. But this whole, like, I'm just trying to protect the others around me. Oh my god, dude. The takes in this thread are depressing. Political violence is insanely prevalent, and this guy has been singled out by the White House. What? Singled out by the White House? And people in here still being petty like this is content drama. Y'all should be embarrassed. He's the one who turns all of this into content drama. The people criticizing this in these comments just want Hassan to get shot. I bet these are the same people who are crying and screaming over leftists mocking Charlie Kirk. Oh, wait, was that actually the title of this? No shot. Wait, did they change the title? This was right after Charlie Kirk gets killed too. Wait, what? I feel like a lot of people are far less vicious when they get to see the other person, when they get to be around the other person. And recently, before the internet, before the technological availabilities, that was the overwhelming majority of our interpersonal relationships. It was always in person. It was always face-to-face. And I think we've lost that. And that's why I try to keep myself as grounded as possible, which is ironic, of course, since political violence, such as this one, also makes it harder for me to go out in public. That's why I said I can't let fear dictate my life. Whatever. I mean, he kind of hedges here, I guess. I was supposed to be
Fucking. So this guy's gonna come out and say he's not gonna let fear dictate his life, but then he's also gonna be like, "But I can't go to TwitchCon because it's scary." Okay, got it. Whoops. I should go back here.
sitting
and
next
play.
to this guy 2 weeks from now at a public event. I'll just probably wait it out, but at a certain point, you can't let fear dictate your life. And that's been my MO, in spite of all the death threats that I've received for many, many years at this point. It's just unfortunately part of the process. It shouldn't be. God, it's so cringe. This guy's so f***ing cringe.
When people eat
Okay.
it up.
I think my favorite thing ever was Hassan saying, like, I don't think I can go to Gaza. And I'm like, that's a reasonable position. I don't think I would feel safe necessarily going to Gaza. But then he's like, I can't go to Gaza because the IDF will kill me. Really?
This guy LARPs as a revolutionary but wants to stay home during TwitchCon so he can stream and make more money. A tale as old as time, says Destiny.
True. True.
Once again.
True. Once again, true as fuck. Say Sex Destiny. Call me that because you fantasize about my fucking cock. Say it.
I don't even LARP as a revolutionary. I'm a fucking Twitch streamer.
Then why do you talk about the revolution and like overtaking it to the streets and the world? The streets will run blood with the death of no, the streets will run red with the blood of landlords and millionaires and billionaires. Those are statements that you make. What are you talking about, bro?
What's with all the articles and all the interviews and talking about the revolution and how important it is to overthrow the capitalist regime and the funneling people? Oh, now we're just a little old Twitch streamer. Oh, okay. Hold on, my drivers are driving. Also, I know you're just a loser Twitch streamer. That's why it's called LARP. What are you guys linking me? Oh, oh my god. God, he's so fucking cringe.
Is a statement that this is a statement that my haters have applied to me. Once again, they are setting the standards that they made up for me on their own in their own minds, only to turn around and say you're not abiding by those standards. But once again, yeah, TwitchCon is the revolutionary activity that I should be engaging in.
I mean, the only platform that you seem to engage in commonly is Twitch. So would TwitchCon not be a natural extension of that platform?
He doesn't want to go to TwitchCon. So then with that, you had others pushing back a counterpoint saying that things have dramatically changed in America since then, as well as the fact that Hassan says that he's doing this to protect his fans. But no matter where you stand on this, what you're seeing is Twitch trying to reassure people that the event will be perfectly safe, with CEO Dan Clancy saying on a live stream,
just in terms of safety and security at TwitchCon in light of recent events.
Yeah, I've been shot at fucking ICE protests, man.
Like, you personally? Like, the cops were shooting at you? And you mean, like, just rubber bullets into a crowd? Or, like, they shot, like, live ammo? Like, oh my god, he's so fucking cringe. God, he's such a cringe LARPer. And he virtue signals so fucking hard. Oh my god, you're not a victim, bro. You're a spoiled white kid from an insanely wealthy family where both halves of your family were loaded as you literally lived, like, the billionaire's dream life in Turkey and in the United States, and now you're LARPing through your socialist project as you're like a consumer obsessed fashion bro who rides around on private planes to fucking celebrities and porn stars, and now you're on Twitter. Like, Jesus Christ, it's like the most baby life in existence. Like, I've been shot. They revoked my global entry. Oh my god, Jesus.
What are we talking about? Also, Philip DeFranco literally posted the idiotic take from a dude.
Oh my god. Now he's going to complain about Philip DeFranco, who's always giving him charitable shit.
Dude who is not only in the crosshairs himself currently, but also someone who Philip DeFranco personally covered, issuing a death threat against me literally a week prior to this.
I've never issued any death threats towards Hassan, and I know how Hassan knows exactly what Philip DeFranco talks about or does at any point in time, because DeFranco literally has to okay his scripts from Hassan over here. So yeah, congratulations on the collab there, buddy.
Sex Destiny unironically said a straightforward death threat, issued a straightforward death threat.
Yes.
To me.
Like, if anything, That should make you feel even more secure because I'm banned from Twitch. I can't even go to TwitchCon. TwitchCon might be the safest place for you then.
Correctly. And Philip DeFranco covered it. That was like, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I mean, yeah.
I thought it was last week. Now it's 3 weeks ago.
So stupid.
Why would you ever get the feeling that Hassan Piker is a radical extremist? Why would you ever get the feeling that he's anything more than just a Twitch streamer?
Oh my god, bro. There's no fucking way, man. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Why everyone hates Emma Watson? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Caught red-handed, breaking the law? Fuck.
Busted. Donald Trump has been caught red-handed, flagrantly violating the law in a desperate bid to win the messaging war over the government shutdown that he initiated, and we have to talk about it. But before we do, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, friends, we have a couple of clips to look at here and some articles to look at as well. But the bottom line is this, as this MSNBC headline notes, Trump's partisan shutdown emails break the law, according to top oversight Democrat, as well as ethics experts of a nonpartisan variety. We'll get to that. And I want to give you some examples before we do a deep dive. Again, Politico is corroborating this. Government agencies are blaming the shutdown on Democrats. Ethics experts say this could be against the law. So to give you some examples, okay, before we dive into the mechanics.
But what does it matter if it's against the law? Who's gonna like press charges? Who's gonna hold Trump accountable? He's already been given criminal immunity, and he's the lead executive. If he doesn't persecute himself, it's not gonna go anywhere. We're screaming into the void, buddy.
Of it in some clips in which even reporters are calling Mike Johnson out and other Republicans out on this flagrant violation of what is called the Hatch Act. Trump administration instructs federal workers to leave out-of-office message blaming shutdown on Democrats. That's one example. As Mediaite reports, the Trump administration has instructed federal employees to set up their out-of-office email messages to blame Democratic senators for the government shutdown, according to reporting from ABC News. Capitol Hill correspondent Jay O'Brien reported on the text of an email template provided in advance to furloughed Labor Department employees. Quote, this is a text. Unfortunately, Democratic senators are blocking passage of H.R. 5371 in the Senate, which has led to a lapse in appropriations. Due to the lapse in appropriations, I am currently in furlough status. I will respond to emails once government functions resume. Departments of Justice employees told ABC News they received message templates with similar language. In addition, some furloughed federal employees at the Department of Education said their out-of-office replies were automatically reset to blame Democrats. In other words, when they were furloughed and they had to leave and they set their own out-of-office message, somebody on Trump's orders went in and reworked their out-of-office message to explicitly partisanly blame Democrats, which is something we've never seen before under the Biden administration, under the Obama administration, under the Clinton administration. This is a staggering escalation, and again, we'll get into how it violates the law, but I just need to provide these examples first. Quote, they did it after everyone left. One education department staffer told ABC News, adding, quote, I'm so pissed. Some federal departments did not send any out-of-office email guidance, ABC News reported. When ABC News emailed the White House press office Wednesday, an automatic response said, quote, due to staff shortages resulting from the Democrat shutdown, the typical 24/7 monitoring of this press inbox may be experience delays. As you wait for a response, please remember this could have been avoided if the white Democrats voted for a clean continuing resolution to keep the government open. Several federal workers told ABC that they were concerned that...
Why is it that no one cares about anything? It's awesome. Like, could you imagine? Like, dude, we heard people on the left for people on the right for years complain that they felt like they were shadow banned and banned on Twitter and stuff like that, and like for saying Republican stuff. And you know what? I'm inclined to agree with him on some of this stuff. I saw a lot of it myself, dude. But brother, now they're actually like completely rewriting people's messages. Like the shutdown isn't just on Democrats; it's also on Republicans. Republicans have led the most amount of shutdowns in like the last 30 years. Like, what are we talking about? Okay.
Adding the messages to their email accounts would violate the Hatch Act, which prohibits federal employees from engaging in political activities during their official duties. That's the key law in this. Representative Robert Garcia, the top Democrat in the House Oversight Committee, wrote the Office of Special Counsel to investigate the, quote, blatant violation of the law. And we'll get to that, okay? Another example.
Yeah, the government did shut down. Pixie always bringing fire. Hell yeah. Sorry.
We're just going to type this in here. We're going to go to HUD.gov. That's the Agency for Housing and Urban Development, okay? So we're going to go to HUD.gov, and you get a pop-up immediately. The radical left in Congress shut down the government. HUD will use available resources to help Americans in need. It's not even just a banner, it's a pop-up. So then you close the pop-up, and then right there at the top, in aggressive red, in MAGA red, it repeats the message. In very tiny font, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and then in big font, the radical left in Congress shut down the government. HUD will use every available resource to help Americans in need. This is shocking, shockingly flagrant, okay? And it's so bad that even the both sides right-leaning media is calling it out. So this is Mike Johnson being pressed about this earlier today.
Hell yeah.
I think what the HUD website says is the objective truth that we're telling you right now. There are 44 Democrats in the Senate, and by the way, every Democrat in the House except one who voted to shut the government down. They are the ones that made that decision. The White House and the executive branch take no pleasure in this. But when they are tasked with determining what their priorities are, obviously they're going to follow their principles and priorities and not the other team. That's the results of an election that everybody voted, not your election in Electoral College.
So, Mike Johnson, of course, being the feckless coward that he is, well, you know, it's just the truth. It's not the truth. But even if it were the truth, it's still a blatant, egregious violation of the Hatch Act. Just as it would have been if Democrats attempted to do this when Republicans attempted shutdowns under President Clinton, President Obama, and President Biden. Okay? It would be shocking. It would be despicable. Or if congressional websites were changed during the last Trump shutdown, in which Trump controlled the White House but had to deal either with a Democratic minority or a Democratic majority in Congress. Imagine if Speaker Nancy Pelosi said, okay, we're changing the congressional website to put in big, bold letters that Donald Trump triggered the shutdown. You think Trump would be pissed about that? You don't think that there'd be investigations into Hatch Act violations then? It's so bad that even Chris Cuomo, whom I've lost a lot of respect for, quite candidly, over the years because he's become more of a both-sider. Even Chris Cuomo is calling out Trump administration officials.
I'm not used to seeing naked political propaganda on a government website. Are you worried about this violating the Hatch Act?
No, sir, we're not worried at all. And this is not about propaganda, Chris. This is just about letting the American people know what's going on. But we really need to be talking about how this...
That is propaganda, dipshit. You're fighting for your side. Both sides do it. But, like, we at least have to appear to, you know, be bipartisan when we're running a government. You can, like, you know, ratchet up opinions on your side. That's fine. But the government still has to, like, be for all Americans, not just, you know, Republicans. Dipshit.
Government shutdown impacts the American people.
I want to do that, but this is part of the impact, right? I mean, when you're saying the radical left is shutting it down and they're doing it for $1.5 trillion for illegals, that's not true, Secretary Turner. That's why I'm bringing it up, because it's propaganda.
Well, you know what, though, Chris? You look at this, and I've heard all the cries.
Hell yeah, Chris! Look, dude. We're having a resurgence of moderate fucking Democrats come back, and I need them. I need my boys. I need my boys.
And the outcry and people saying this is propaganda, that it's a violation of the Hatch Act. You know, to me, the Democrats and the far left are using this as a distraction to really deflect from what's really important here, and that's how it's been irresponsible actions on the Hill, and American people are being impacted greatly by this government shutdown.
Which is why Donald Trump should negotiate with Democrats. If you need Democratic votes, you're obligated to negotiate, period. That was the expectation during the Biden administration. Hey, if Republicans have leverage They have a right to ask for concessions. Now, again, as somebody who does not like Donald Trump, thinks he's an authoritarian, who opposes this government, even I acknowledge that because Republicans are in majorities, Democrats can't get whatever they want. There's a limit to what they can ask for. I understand that in terms of negotiations, but this idea that you can just give them the finger and give nothing is patently absurd. And so, no, this is on Donald Trump and the Republicans. Jasmine Crockett, Democratic superstar, also addressed the Hatch Act violations, the flagrant violations of the law by the Trump administration here.
You know, it's very quiet here on Capitol Hill tonight. What we've seen, though, from the White House is not silence. They are actually, using all of their government websites to say this is Democrats pushing this shutdown. I think we can show you some of those websites showing these messages, blaming Democrats for this shutdown, HUD, DOJ, State Department, Agriculture. Do you think that they're being more effective in their messaging in terms of putting this blame on Democrats?
I think they're being a lot more illegal in their messaging. The first thing that I wanted to know was how can this not be a violation of the Hatch Act in some way, right? Because we are not allowed to politic on official sites, period, right? And that's what they're doing. They literally change official government websites to put out their propaganda. Instead of just saying we're currently in a shutdown, you decided to play partisan politics on an official website. And I guess there is no limit to what they won't do because they do the exact same thing when we walk into committee. Instead of us having real committee hearings where we are actually able to get information that may somehow help the American people understand what's going on, instead it's always a campaign rally that
It is. That's very true. And good on Jasmine Crockett for being allowed a countervailing voice against this BS by the Trump administration. So let's take a look in some articles breaking this down. Government agencies are blaming the shutdown on Democrats. Ethics experts say it could be against the law. This is Politico, center-right publication. Handfuls of agencies posted statements to their websites Wednesday, alerting the American people.
Did you just say Politico is center-right? Politico is... Since when has Politico been center-right? What? Wait, what world am I living in? What happened? When did Politico become center-right? What the fuck? It literally says you're... No, never mind. That's his thing. Oh my god. Center-right? Jesus Christ. Okay. That's fucking this guy's a Josiah is such a dipshit, bro. I can't stand you, bro. Watching you tell the news is like the most painful thing. It's like putting a rod in your dick, bro. Politico is center, right? What's up, Media Watch?
That the government has officially shut down and that the radical left is responsible.
Look, if you want
agencies across the federal government,
if you want to have a good faith argument, you can have it about the fact that, like, yes, ultimately, the Democrats are the ones that are not folding to Republicans right now. So, to some extent, they are the ones shutting down the government. But Donald Trump is supposed to be this legendary deal maker. So, like, how is it he's not able to make a deal with, the Democrats? The Democrats don't have a lot of power. Matter of fact, they have a very small amount. But the small amount of power they have should be respected, and Donald Trump should make a deal. You don't have to, they did participate in the shutdown, and ultimately, if Democrats were to cave, the shutdown wouldn't have happened. So, by and large, actually, the Democrats are the ones causing the shutdown. Now, it goes both ways, because the Republicans are supposed to... I went through the Dems proposal this morning. A lot of pro-welfare policies. I'm okay with pro-welfare policies. I am a social democrat. I'm a liberal. I believe that, we should take care of those people that cannot take care of themselves. I'm totally for all of that. Especially now that we're, got all this money coming in from tariffs, Come on, man. I jest. I get that. I'm different. Yeah. But I mean, also, at the end of the day, it's Trump's responsibility to make a deal with these people. If Trump can't do that and the government shuts down, this is also a failure on his leadership. I mean, I'm old enough to remember, and I know you're old enough to remember the 3 shutdowns that happened under Obama's first term. And then we also remember that, like, they refused to, like, actually, like, bring in the Supreme Court nominee that Obama put through. Like, we know all of this shit happens. Like, the Republicans are not they're shameless when it comes to, like, this shit. What do you prefer as opposed to welfare?
Explicitly blaming Democrats for the government shutdown, from banners on top of public websites to suggested out-of-office messages for federal employees, in an unusually overt show of partisan messaging that some ethics experts say may violate the federal law. The deluge of statements bashing Democrats.
Obama held hostage over the AHA, yeah, the Affordable Health Care Act, yeah. They would not sign in that, and they tried to stop it on 3 separate occasions. Are you okay with disability, or is it also welfare in your opinion? Ooh, be careful, Pixie. Depending on how far right an individual is, I know Asmongold has been saying that we need to put people on disability or people that suffer from mental illnesses in, like, coal mines. I'm not saying Media Watch says that, but, you know, Asmongold is supposed to be center. Just asking. Ow, bro. Die, assholes. Why are they not dying, dude? Yeah, I was gonna say, I assume a majority of people are pro-disability. Hell, you can make a conservative argument for being pro-disability as well. You know, like you know, you can make a capitalistic argument for paying disability. It's not necessarily anti-capitalist to pay people to get out of the way. Like, if you wanted to have a cold, purely statistical argument, I mean, not cool about your son having that. Sorry, he has to deal with that. Cosmic. Always being gangster. But let's say, you know, our society knows that these people that need a little extra help can be pushed aside from the working environment. Those who can work and those who should work probably should work. Having to accommodate people in the workforce constantly could actually be a bad thing. So maybe we should actually form some kind of universal basic income for these individuals that are suffering, and so we can just put them aside and they can do whatever it is they want to do without the fear of having to participate in the economic sector. And then those that can function on a high level should be on the ground level doing these things. But that also has to we should apply that same level of mentality to those that are of a certain age that can no longer keep up in the work environment as well. Because the problem is we do have a lot of older people that stay in the workforce far longer than they ought to. So, I mean, you can make economic argument for saying that, like, through capitalism and through conservatism, my son has a 3-chambered heart on SSI and works part-time. It's the ones that just refuse to work that I don't get. I mean, I get that too. I got a buddy of mine who I'm in a Media Watch. Do you know what Speedway is? Like out in Ohio, it's a pretty big thing. I think they got bought out by Circle K. So I've been a manager for multiple garages, shops, and what's the other word I'm looking for? And then also Cox Automotive. I've worked at and also Freightliner and stuff like that as well. But for a small stint of time, I worked for Speedway as an assistant manager, and I would have to, like, bring people in to, like, do things. I had a buddy of mine who was my roommate at the time living on disability and Social Security. His mom passed away, so he gets her Social Security plus his disability checks. His disability was what the fuck is that shit called? Anxiety. I was like, yo, bro, I know that, you know, money's hard for you and stuff. So you want to get a part-time job working at, you know, my store, you can come in. Yeah, Speedway is like coming. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. I was like, you can get a job at my store just doing truck night. We get truck 2 nights a week. You'd work 8 hours a week. That's all you would work. 4 hours per night. It would be Tuesday and Thursday. You just help people put up stuff. You don't have to talk to customers. You can come in, put your headphones on. You don't have to interact with anyone in society. You would just do it alone, stocking the shelves in the little convenience store. And this man would be like, "Oh, dude, I can't do that. I would lose my money." It's like, you would not lose your money. You can make up to a certain level of threshold before you would get cut off of your Social Security and SSI. He's like, "Well, no, you know, you just don't understand how hard it is for me." But then he would sit there and always complain about how hard it is to be him. And I'm like, "Well, you know, money's hard. Why don't you come here and do this?" You know, he's worked in warehouses before. You can make up to, like, yeah, dude, like, it's crazy. I was like, bro, it'll give you $80 extra a week that you can spend on weed, pot, you can spend it on alcohol, you can spend it on your video games, like, or groceries, like, and it was close enough to where you could walk to work. I was like, dude, it's 8 hours of your day it's one work day for a week. All right? And that's too much for you? Well, all you do, like, every night we'd be gaming, he'd be sitting there going, "I just really wish I could work." I'm like, "Dog, I got you a job." Brother. No. Dude, and try to convince this motherfucker, because he's an artist, like, he makes music, you know, I even have some of his songs here on my YouTube channel. Trying to convince him to upload his music on the internet, it was the fight that broke our friendship, dude. Like, brother, it's so fucking ridiculous, dude. That, like, you're like, "Hey, man, you don't understand that, like, in order to, like, upload me," I'm like, bro, people make it on YouTube being fat fucks just talking to people. You can just upload your music. You don't have to go buy the newest programs and the newest hardware and the newest software, get the best microphone. You can get a Rock Band mic from fucking 2007, plug that bitch into your laptop, and fucking make music. Stop putting up excuses for why you can't do things and get off your fucking ass. Like, the victim complex that so many people suffer through, that they impose on themselves, is the most infuriating fucking thing on earth, man. So I understand your animosity towards those that choose not to participate in society. But like I said, you can make a not a communist, but a capitalist argument for, like, hey, man, we should just pay these people so that we can get back to work. You know, so give them the money they need, let them live a comfortable life, let them be over here, you know, get a cheap Yeti mic. Hell, I make music. It works great. Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. Like, dude, this microphone, $150, okay? Just an Elgato Wave 3. It's a decent fucking microphone, and it's like, bro, this is a high quality level microphone. I don't understand the gain and all the shit, and I don't know how to do all that. I don't know how to work their EQs and shit. I'm not a producer, but bro, you could do some pretty crazy things with the microphone. That's $150. He could have worked for 2 weeks and made that money at Speedway, plus the money he was already making. Boom, now he has a nice microphone. You agree your sound is impressive? I don't know about all that, dude. But, like, bro, it's dude, it's so easy to get into doing YouTube stuff these days. And, like, if you're trying to use it as, like, a medium to, like, share your art, it's so easy to do. Now, the hard part is gaining an audience and working with people and to continue, you know, and then staying consistent with it and showing up every day and watching, like, the low numbers not move after uploads. But you can't do that. You have to stay focused. You have to keep uploading. You have to keep working on it. And eventually, as long as you don't fuck around like I used to all the time, where I'd start getting a little odd traction and then I'd disappear. If you do that, you're gonna hemorrhage everything, man. It's just, bro, you just start somewhere, even if it's bad, even if the music you're putting out sucks dick. Start somewhere, get feedback, and improve as you go. It's not crazy. People aren't looking, like a lot of people that watch YouTube aren't looking for like the highest quality content on earth. They already have TV for that shit, that have directors and fucking, 32 different camera lenses that are looking from 32 different perches. And bro, we don't need all that. A lot of people come to YouTube for authenticity, for like a real story from somebody real. And watching someone progress through like their journey can be just as powerful as releasing one really big video. It always amazes when I find someone on the opposite side that disagrees with me. Not being gay, you just impressed me. Hey man, I would probably say that we agree more than we disagree. I would stalk 8 hours a week as long as I don't have to people think I could do that. Yeah, like, bro, I would always like a little bit of extra money, And Media Watch, like, dude, a majority of my friends are Republican. Like, unfortunately, for me, I used to run a lot of defense for Trump in 2019 and 2018 because I was, at my war with the radical left for so long. I saw the Kavanaugh kids get mistreated by the media. That was fucking insane to me. Kyle Rittenhouse was fucking insane to me. Like, the amount of, like, bullshit that they spread about that one kid was fucking insane to me. Watching the Young Turks lie through their teeth was fucking insane to me. But then, like, I also got really big into Dave Rubin for a while when he was a classical liberal. And he was bringing back modern conversations with people. His conversation with Larry Elder was amazing. Yeah, bro. Like, even Destiny agrees on the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. That's when I started watching Destiny. Like, it's crazy to me because I've seen the left do really unhinged shit. And the reason why I'm fighting for my left again is because I'm a center left-leaning person. I have a few right-leaning perspectives. I understand the economic side of being right-leaning, like fiscal responsible. I'm okay with that stuff. I would love if we can get back to a conversation about how we're going to pay for a bill versus like the evil left, or the left are full of Nazis and terrorists, and then like the right are full of Nazis and terrorists. But then, like, my only problem is that when, like, I call out the radical left all the time. I call out people like Hassan Piker all the time. I call people out like Bad Empanada, Mike from PA, all the time. I think these people are disgusting. I think the far reaches of, like, the super crazy, like, super left trans movement shit is crazy. Like, the people that, like drape themselves on a flag of communism are fucking crazy. But when I look back at the right, I don't see them ever calling out their crazies because they're just happy to have unity. That's my problem. I'm seeing a double standard that just isn't. I don't know how we can get past until the right steps up. It seems many people are just selling positions they don't really support for likes. Well, yeah, Hassan is like the biggest advocator of that. The dude's a little fucking welfare, baby that don't mind me. I stopped watching news because it makes me insane. There's just a double standard that I'm seeing because one of my favorite things, and I don't want to give away too much in case debates actually come up, but one of my favorite things is when I start now debating a Republican. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to say this, okay? If me and Tim Pool were to ever have a conversation and he were to say something along the lines, if he was going to say something along the lines like, well, why are you propping up now? Why are you starting to gain traction now? I'd be like, dude, I've been doing this since Atheism Plus, back when you were writing articles for BuzzFeeds that I used to argue against. Like, at one time, Tim Pool was on the wrong side of the culture war, working for BuzzFeed, while the anti-SJWs and Gamergate guys like myself were ridiculing all of those bullshit articles. You know, back then the Amazing Atheist was like really big, and you know, you had the Armored Skeptic and Chris Ray Gun and all these people, while Tim Pool was just like a field reporter for him at that point. You know, working for one of the most divisive fucking super lib progressive, you know, like news things. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I've been in this as long as you have been, except I've been my stances haven't changed since day one. I have been always for freedom of speech. When we saw Atheism Plus come up and the amount of people that gave pushback and got the Amazing Atheist kicked off of free thought blogs, along with TJ Kirk, TJ Kirk, and then what's his name, Thunderfoot. You know, I was pro Gamergate back in the day, the same Gamergate that later became MAGA. I didn't follow them to MAGA because I started seeing things change a little bit too much that I wasn't cool with. You know, I was all the way through that. I was like anti-SJW, watching people like Shoe on Head, Chris Ray Gun, the Amazing Atheist, and Thunderfoot, and the Armored Skeptic. And then that progressed into the anti-woke stuff, where I used to watch a lot of Blair White back in the day. And then watching, you know, Blair White and Candace Owens have a debate on Dave Rubin. It taught me then and there that Candace Owens isn't someone that should be watched or trusted, that she's a fucking shill that does whatever. Yeah, I see a lot of hypocrisy on both sides, especially with abortion issues. I've been chastised for being pro-abortion and right-wing many times. Damn, bro. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And it's so crazy too, because like I would say I'm pro-abortion, but I'm also not. Like, I'm pro-abortion up until a certain point. Like, or unless like there's a medical issue that, you know, in extreme circumstances. But like, they say that consciousness develops between 20 and 24 weeks. Okay, well, for me, that's okay. So if I were to make a law based off of abortion, I would probably go with the earlier cutoff of saying 20 weeks. Actually, if you want to be really safe, you would probably say 18 weeks, just to be really safe. Because once consciousness is developed, that is a human life, and that we need to try and save that life as much as possible. Because at that point, the unique human identifier has been created. Not the heartbeat, not like the mind, but like consciousness as a whole. So like, I'm cool with that, man. Once you get to that point, I'm not pro-abortion anymore. I'm like, well, that's a unique human life. We need to like value that because we're supposed to value consciousness. Because we have decided that is when the idea of a human is, you know, because you can be empathetic, you can understand, you can sense pain, you can, you know, it gives you like the unique human perspective. Abortion, that's playing God, unless in cases of rape. Now both sides are playing God. That one always pisses me off. Yeah. 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 Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, of course. And like, I wish we could have the conversation without religion in the mix. I understand that for people, religion is a super impactful part of their life, and they pick the religion happily. You know, like that's like, hey, this is the thing I believe in. This is the values in which I want to espouse my life. They're built up in this document. I just live in my own little world, believe in, let live, course, to a point, like murderers, etc., should be in prison. So I guess that's not live, let live for certain things. Well, so like the coolest thing that like, if you want to like follow that logic, there's technically a route you can go called in the libertarianism, right? Called the non-aggression principle, the NAP. Or as long as you are not aggressing on me, then you're not invading my individual autonomy or my rights. We're good, dude. You can do whatever the fuck you want, which I'm cool with to some degree. I believe in that by and large. My only problem with libertarians is they want to completely destroy government. I'm like, well, hold on. I kind of like having the government. I believe religion is the foundation for all morality today. Without it, we would be killing each other. I'm not going to agree with that one, buddy. I agree that that's your worldview, and your worldview is still beautiful when it's applied to how you think. But I think the Enlightenment era is what taught us about individuals, and we could just live by the golden rule, the heuristic that like we don't want anyone to do harm to us, so we shouldn't do harm to others. You know, like, I don't really believe that America is a Judeo-Christian country. I believe that a majority of Americans are Christian, especially because now, in order for me to say that openly that I'm an atheist, now I'm what is that? Now I'm a terrorist. Didn't Trump just pass that saying that, like, if you are an atheist, you're. I didn't read the article. I saw it. I didn't read it, so I could be going total MAGA right here, and I'm just quoting an article that I didn't read. But if that's the case, that's terrifying. But I believe that through the concept of individualism, we can build. You know, what did Jordan Peterson used to talk about? I don't think a lot of what happened. A lot of beings can peacefully, etc., without being religious. You know, they know rights and wrong and have empathy. Have organized. I believe in organized religion is a scam, but when I died, I seen shit. God is real. Yeah, and I can't. There's nothing I can say to change that. You know what I mean? Now, I bet you if you had like some scientist in here or something, he'd probably be like, well, the things you saw could have been like a chemical imbalance in your brain or neurons or whatever firing or, you know, whatever, dude. Like, you know, they could hypothesize that as much as possible. One of the things that I learned, you can't be so skeptical of things that your brain falls out. And that applies even to atheism. Now, I believe that the burden of proof for Christianity is on Christians, obviously. And unfortunately, that's an unverifiable claim because you can't prove God is real. But something that atheists need to learn and reconcile is that we ask for proof of God's existence, which is not a unfair question. But the problem is, if you were so atheistic that if you started hearing the voice of God, instead of taking that as evidence that God is real, you would take that as, oh no, I'm going insane. So then, like, even when evidence is presented to you, you can't take in the information. So if you started to hear the voice of God, wouldn't atheism be defined as a deity, i.e. religion? I know. Atheism is the absence of those things. I don't have any religious values. My atheism is the same thing as yours. The problem is you just happen to have one more religion that you believe in. The way that you view Muslims or the way that you view Buddhism or Hinduism or whatever, or Shintoism, is the way that I view all of those religions too, but I just also view that your religion the same way. Yeah, I hate that fire neuron stuff too, but I do not know what I believe in, so yeah, but I somehow do think we have something like a soul. Tap Dancing Christ, he's dumb. How does atheism differ from... Well, I mean, we can even just go through that right now. Whoa, let's see here. Wait, hold on. So let's just do this. Let's hide, unhide that one. Boop, boop, boop. Because a difference of atheism and, from what I believe, agnosticism, is people that are agnostic are open to the idea that God is real. Oh, bro, I've been just playing games while I'm listening to news, bro. Like, come on, bro. But from what I believe is agnosticism is to say that they don't know. Atheism is to say that you require proof. But maybe I'm totally wrong. Boom. Yeah. Okay. So atheism is the lack of belief in any deities. Well, agnosticism is the position that the existence of God is unknowable or unprovable. Atheism addresses belief or lack thereof, whereas agnosticism concerns knowledge or what can be known. It is possible to be both an agnostic and an atheist, a stance known as agnostic atheism, which means not believing in God, but also not claiming to know that one doesn't exist. But I think agnosticism is just wrong. Because, like, how can you... Like, it's probably the natural state of things, but when someone makes the claim of something existing, that claim has to be verified by evidence. Like, if you make an objective claim, you have to back it up. He's fine with that, pretty sure? Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Wait, oh my god, dude. I can't even finish the Pondering Politics, dude. I just can't do him. He's just not interesting to me. Like, my biggest problem is that there's so many content creators on the left that I just don't like. Like Sam Cedar, I think he's pretty awful. The Young Turks, I don't like them. I don't typically like Voss. I fucking hate Hassan more than I hate Trump. I think Hassan is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to my country. Mainly because I think that people like him put Hassan in power. I don't like Asmongold. Asmongold is fucking ridiculous. I don't like Tectone, but these guys are now on the right. Like, there's no people on the left that I think are doing really good, other than maybe then Parker. Parker's pretty good. I like Parker, though he's always surrounded by that soy boy bitch Dean Withers, who gets on my nerves every time I see him talk now, because he's just ridiculous. And then there's Ezra Klein is all right. I like Ezra Klein. I kind of like Hutch, but even he's I thought there was Hutch is hard to watch, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about Hutch's content. He just seems like he's just too, I don't know, man. He's got better arguments than people like Pisco and shit. No, just 9. That adultery one was snuck in by some woman. Ricardo, dude. Ricardo and Media Watch's beef is like going to be the most legendary thing in our community, dude. It's going to be the greatest thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a fucking song about both of you. About the animosity that you guys have for each other. It's actually adorable. It's actually the greatest thing. Like, dude, there's just so many people on, like, the right, or I mean, sorry, the left, that I cannot watch their content. I can't do it. Today we agreed on 2 things impressive. Hell yeah, brother. Like I said, dude, I'm not that far left. I am a left-leaning person. Now, I defend trans rights. I defend the trans community. The song is going to be titled "What is a Woman?" Oh yeah, dude. I can't stand that talking point. I know anytime I actually show up to a debate anywhere, that's what is a woman? And I'm going to be like, can you please define it for me? I'm stupid. 1, abortion, and 2, Ricardo is gay. Whoa! I ain't never gonna say that, man. I'm gonna say that you guys just hate each other too much, and it's hilarious. I love seeing the back and forth between Republicans and I believe Ricardo is a social democrat, but he might be a little further than that. Can't even find his channel. There's always a chance my boy could be a bot, dude. There's always a chance everyone could be a bot. What if that internet theory is real, dude? What if we're all bots right now? What if I'm literally AI? He's Cuban. Dude, Cubans are usually Republicans, bro. Right? Am I lying about that? I could swear that, like, in this, especially in this last election, Cubans by and large voted for Trump, right? That means our boy Ricardo is like, no, Cubans are socialist. I don't think I'm AI. Pixie, we made you an AI character for my book. You're AI now, bro. You've been AI. Yeah, I could have swore Cubans voted predominantly Republican for the last, like, 30 years. I only know that because I watch a lot of Destiny. Unless they did it to me in my sleep. Yeah. I watch a lot of Destiny. Destiny bitches about his Cuban parents voting Trump and shit all the time. And I know that I've watched Anna Kasparian and Ben Shapiro talk about how Cubans typically... If Fidel Castro might have been socialist, but that might be why they're Hold on, let's just do this. Hold on, I could swear. What percentage of Cubans vote Republican? Mm-hmm. 68% is the highest record approval rate for Trump among Cuban Americans on the FIU poll. Chiggy poop. With the largest running survey of Cuban Americans in the country, tracking the community since 1991, the 2016 poll registered 35% approval for Trump, while the 2020 came in at 59%. The 2024 approval rating is also greater than the actual Cuban American vote in the last two presidential elections. Yeah, but when, like, that's wild. That's crazy. Oh shit, someone's asking if I know league lore? Yeah, dude, I know League of Legends lore, girl, come on. I'm a super League of Legends nerd. Like, bro, if I could, like, dude, this is gonna sound so crazy. And this is kind of a slight pivot here, and I apologize, but the guy Necrit is someone I watch a lot on League of Legends, okay? I watch a lot of League of Legends content, and I've been watching Necrit for years. Necrit is from a socialist, well, not a socialist country. He's from the Nordic countries, like Sweden. I apologize. And, brother, me and my boy, I want to have a debate about Demacia versus Noxus. Still can't find his channel. Ricardo, bro, it's all good, dude. It's all good. Even if his channel doesn't exist, bro, he's physically here, bro. What if Media Watch is like an FBI agent, dude? A Fed surrection going on in my own Discord. You know what? My channel. Good luck with that. Yo, Media Watch. If you are an FBI agent, I do not know what information you have about me, but I'm as transparent as possible. You're gonna have access to all of my documents. I'm Gucci. I'm clean. Now, the stuff I said when I was younger, maybe not. That stuff was a little crazy, dude. Russian? No. I do find it weird. Not a government employee in any way. No, I probably not, dude. I remember I met a state trooper once, and the state trooper, my God, he was the most anti-government person I'd ever met in my life. Today's also the day my girlfriend actually gets to come home from lunch. So she should be here in about 10 minutes. When about 10:15, I'm going to take a small break, go have lunch with her, which is always awesome because that means I can use the restroom in between streams. Like, holy fuck, dude. I need to, I'm just anti-stupid. Look, man, I don't know about you, but, how are you watching my content, homie, if you're anti-stupid, bro? Dude, I say the dumbest shit on the internet. I swear to God, dude. Former USA 54. I know how to hide. Comm security? God damn, bro. I bet you've seen some shit, dog. I bet you've seen some shit. Oh my God. Can you always go to the bathroom? Okay, be right back thingy? Or, bro, I need to make a song so that when I need to leave for something briefly, that can play or something. Instead of like, I don't know. I gotta come up with something. Like Destiny's dope because the motherfucker's an amazing pianist, so he could just play his own fucking covers of songs when he walks away. Was in Berlin when the wall came down at Ramstein. Yeah, I'm old. Damn, bro. So all right, well, hold on. And like Media Watch, I mean, no disrespect with that. Play Cuban Pete, Jim Carrey. Like, I mean, no disrespect with this question. How are you able to hang out so easily in like chats and like moderate communities and stuff? I mean, at your older age, like I'm only 36 now, and I can't even some websites beat my ass, bro. Like I think there was one time Domino's changed their website, and I got so mad I didn't order there. like I don't get it, bro. Maybe I'm just shit. I don't know, bro. Like, bro, I'm so slow at typing. I can't even type in League of Legends chats. I get mad at my friends if they don't join call. Like, what are you fucking doing? Get in call. There's Discord for a fucking reason. We're a group. They're like, why don't you just chat, bro? I'm like, fuck that. I'm not gonna sit here and call you every slur under the sun in chat and get my account banned. Fuck face. Get in call. It's the only way I could talk shit safely. What the fuck, man? And how the fuck am I supposed to have a political argument with you while we're fucking typing? Fuck that. See, I feel bad. I take my friends hostage all the time. They'll be like, hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, could you fucking believe? Like Dean and Parker or Ren's chat are just too fucking fast. True! Oh, Scott, I don't let things get to me. I have 17 different IDs. I want to fight. I have an ID for that. Well, I didn't mean that. I just meant like how do you keep up with like all of the internet changing shit constantly? He was like, bro, I guarantee you when I hit 60, bro, I won't be able to do this shit. I'm gonna have to have like my girlfriend's kid or something like run my YouTube channel, and I'm like, is the microphone on? All right, what's going on, guys? Rock on! Like, I wouldn't be able to like, I wouldn't be able to do all this. I'm already slow at shit. He's been in here with different names. Oh, that's cool, man. Dude, I'm okay with it. Doesn't want to fight? Nope, nuh-uh. Also, it just helps my view count, bro. Like, honestly, if like one of these bot communities want to just hammer me in with like 20 viewers, like that would be sick, you know? Because then like people be like, oh, this channel's busting, and then like click, click, click. Actually, I don't know if I want to get that big, bro. Like our boy Lou was just saying, like I don't. Glad I could help. Ricardo. Like Lou was saying, like even like Ren's stuff, there's like no way if you're at like a Ren fucking song release. I've been doing Intitech since my days at ID Graphics. id Graphics, part of the original MSN Gaming Zone models, you get used to it. But I will defend myself. Fucking Pixie, bro. Busting out the rapiers, dude. Let's go. No, yeah, I get that. No, yeah, I guess if you've been working in like the computer industry for like so long, when things adjust, you just read about it and then adjust with it. Also, it probably shows like a certain level of intelligence, because that means you were like getting on the shit from the ground level as it was coming out. So like back when it was hard to like, bro, creating a website 30 years ago was fucking difficult. People made money making people's MySpaces back in the day, and that was just like an HTML. Like that wasn't even that complicated. Like shit used to be way more complicated. I don't know, man. I can feel myself getting slower at games. Like I can feel like the one thing that I've poured hundreds of hours into, or thousands of hours. Yeah, registering a domain was a task. I'm old, but I love YouTube, and I'm learning Discord. Pixie's going to teach me a thing in Discord later tonight. Red light. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I don't know, bro. Like, even just trying to figure out, I have been using this program to make content since, I think this is Vegas 18. I've been using this since Vegas 12. Okay, and I quit upgrading it because they started hitting a certain point where, like, just pay a subscription and stuff. But I still suck with Vegas. I don't get it. People make money selling outfits in Warcraft? Yes, dude. Oh, that's crazy, actually. They did that in Warframe, too. Like, people will go in and design a skin, and then, like, they give, like, a percentage of the profits to the creator and stuff. Oh, I should open up Discord while I'm doing this in case I get messages. And, of course, I have 2 messages now. Uh-oh. Cult moved into Melville. No! Oh no, my girlfriend is researching the topic we talked about this morning. If I can make a suggestion, you're young and talented. Learn AI, bro. It's coming. Yeah, I know how to. So like, I make a. Here, I'll just show you something real quick. I wish AI, like, you know, they would come out with more AI models and stuff, but in particular fields. But like, so I make I use a lot of AI to like edit some of my stories, because like, I'm not gonna lie, dude, like some of my grammar is pretty bad. So I use it as like a mini editor to like help me space out like, you know, proper commas and shit like that. Or for some reason AI is so prolific at using M dashes, which is ridiculous. But one of the main things that I do with AI is like I've been writing the story since I was 16. You know, they'll have like a artwork for it. I use AI to generate a lot of artwork. I even initially in the beginning portions of my books that I was putting on the internet, I was using like AI voiceovers. But I'm pretty sure you could get like AI to do some of the mundane shit of like editing videos, which would probably make things so easy. Because I have to get back to uploading the Goon Crew plays Resident Evil 5. We haven't even finished the first like recording of it, because it's doing 20 minutes takes me 6 hours, and all I'm doing is going through and let's just surrender. Because my girlfriend will probably be home in a minute too. Yep, she's there. I have got AI to do some coding, but it makes mistakes. Yeah. Oh yeah, can you show one of the AI ones you made of me? Yeah. I'll do that real quick. Let me open up Discord. No, I gotta remember where I have that stored. But I think it's over here in the gods folder. Lost to God, ill of men. Gotta be careful here what I click though. I haven't double checked all these. The Five Kingdoms main heroes support cast. I think it's under the Pantheon of Gods. No, it's under support cast. Ilcia, Grimzock. Nash, Rukia. Aha! The Witch of the East. Like, I like this shit. This shit's gangster. Okay, that one may not be appropriate. Yeah, man. Go ahead and ask, buddy. Yeah, those ones may not be appropriate. Love it. I'm a pretty open book, media. You can watch. You watch. Go eat with Kia and get a smooch. You already know. I'm just waiting for media's. Okay, why did Ricardo get banned from Grindr? Yo, dude, Grindr is a bitch sometimes. You know, I haven't used my account in forever, but shit. All right, guys, I'll be back. Media, it's always good to catch up with you, man. I'm gonna go have lunch with my girlfriend, and you know, I'll be back on here after a quick restroom break. Lights go to green. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hell yeah, media, be safe. You and Ricardo, he's so thirsty. Too many Republicans on that app. God damn.